love this t-shirt. I got it at the op shop like maybe 2 years ago and I love it so much. It's so like 90s sitcom vibes. Like, I love it. Anyways, hi guys. Today I'm going to be filming something a little bit controversial. I feel like blind buys, like blind buying fragrances, is a really controversial topic, and I don't know why. Whenever I see someone be like, never blind buy a fragrance ever, I'm like, no. You guys can do whatever you want with your money. Nobody should tell you what to do with your money. If you want to literally blind buy 10 fragrances for $1,000 each, do it. Who cares? It's your money. You do what you want to do. If you want to blind buy a fragrance, you can do that. And if you don't, then don't do it. So I feel like blind buying is kind of a controversial topic, and it shouldn't be, because it's your money and you can spend it however you want to. So basically today I have 5 recommendations for men and women that I feel personally are very safe options if you wanted to blind buy a fragrance. If you want to blind buy a fragrance for yourself or somebody else as a gift, I have 5 recommendations for men and women that I feel personally, like I said again, just because I have to get that little disclaimer in, that I feel are pretty safe blind buys in my collection. I feel like these are like the safest fragrances to blind buy. So let's just get into it. I'm going to start out with the women. The first one is from Christian Dior's private line, which is pretty crazy because this is a very, very expensive line. The amazing Christian Dior line is very expensive, but I feel like a lot of their offerings are very simple and very easy to wear and very likable, especially this one right here. This is La Colle Noire, and this is a beautiful, fresh, watery, ethereal, translucent rose scent. Now, usually rose is a note that can kind of be a little bit polarizing. They made it very wearable, very likable, very easy to wear sort of rose. And I love that about this fragrance. This is a fragrance that I can wear and not even think about it. I just throw this on and I know that I smell fresh, beautiful, feminine. The only thing that I have with this fragrance is that it doesn't last very long, but I usually, if you guys watch my channel, you know I like to layer this one with Delina from Parfum de Marly, and it just smells incredible. Very, very safe fragrance because, like I said, it smells like a watery, translucent rose scent. It doesn't smell like a powdery rose, an oud rose, anything too strong and pungent. It doesn't smell like strong or pungent or aggressive. It's very light, it's very feminine. So I really love this one, Le Colle Noire from Christian Dior. All right, so the next one is Shiseido Zen, obviously from Shiseido. You guys know, if you keep up with me, I talk about this fragrance quite a lot, but to me, it's a very, very safe option if you wanted to blind buy a fragrance or, you know, buy it for somebody else. I think that Shiseido Zen is a stunning, stunning fragrance. It's very fresh, citrusy, juicy. It's a beautiful, soft patchouli scent, and usually patchouli is a note that can be quite aggressive and quite acquired. Some people really don't like patchouli, but in this fragrance, in Shiseido Zen, it is a very soft and delicate patchouli, which is very rare. In my opinion, patchouli can be very overpowering in a lot of fragrances. In this fragrance, it's done to perfection. It's blended, it's smooth, it's juicy, it's citrusy, it's soft. It's really the perfect name for this fragrance, Zen, because it does put you in that sort of mood. So it is a citrusy, kind of juicy fragrance, like a citrusy fruity. So you do have to be into that sort of thing, but perfect fragrance, perfect blind buy in my personal opinion, and it's actually pretty affordable, which is also a good thing. Okay, so the next one we have a vanilla. Now this is Van Cleef & Arpels Orchid Vanille, and in my opinion this is one of the safest vanilla fragrances that you can buy. The reason is because it is a pretty simple fragrance, like in my opinion. Yeah, it smells pretty simple. To me, it is like a vanilla chocolate sponge cake. Like, just imagine a vanilla chocolate sponge cake and you put your nose up to it and smell it. This is that right here. This really does, to me, smell like, yeah, a vanilla chocolate sponge cake. There's a beautiful orange note in the opening, but then it settles down into a beautiful, creamy, kind of cakey, smooth vanilla scent. It's not too sweet, it's not too sickly. I think it is a really safe option. The only thing that I hate about this fragrance is that it doesn't last that long, but I really don't care because I love the way that it smells that much that I'll just go in and top it up. I'm obsessed with chapsticks right now. Like, I I don't even like to wear lipstick. I like just chapsticks. This one is so good. I'll link it below if a girl's watching right now. This one is amazing. So the next fragrance is Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge 540. I really don't know. This is personal to me. I don't know anybody that doesn't like this fragrance. Every single person that I know that likes fragrances loves this fragrance. Obviously, there's going to be people out there that don't like this one, but to me, this is a very safe option if you wanted to blind buy if you like sweet fragrances, because to me, yeah, this smells like a sweet spun sugar, caramel, vanilla kind of vibe fragrance. It's definitely sweet, but it's very light and airy and bouncy, and I do feel like this one is a safe blind buy just because if you're into sweet fragrances, I really can't see why you wouldn't like this one. But, you know, obviously go and try it for yourself. So Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. To me, it's a very safe fragrance. I know so many people that wear this one now. Like, I don't want to wear it anymore because I know how many people love and adore this one. Like, beauty gurus, like people everywhere just love this fragrance. And for a reason, it's a fantastic fragrance, but I like to smell a little bit more, you know, unique. The final fragrance that I have here for women is Chanel's Gardenia. This is from the Less Exclusives collection, and I would say if there is any other fragrances from this line that is like a safe blind buy, it would be Beige. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Beige from the Less Exclusives. It is a beautiful, simple floral fragrance. A lot of women wear beige on their wedding day, but for me, I really love Gardenia, and I would say that it's a pretty safe blind buy. If you wanted to blind buy a Chanel, or you wanted to get a Chanel for somebody and you wanted to get a Less Exclusives, which are very, very expensive, I would go for Gardenia. For me, it just smells like a crisp, kind of sharp, I'm not gonna lie, it's quite a sharp floral scent, but really fresh and watery again, kind of like Le Col Noir, kind of like this one, but this features obviously rose, and Chanel Gardenia obviously features gardenia, but it is a beautiful, fresh, sharp, crisp green gardenia fragrance. It is really beautiful, really easy to wear, and I recommend this to somebody who really likes floral scents. Maybe you do like the note of gardenia. The gardenia is definitely not an overpowering note in this fragrance. I feel like it just smells like a fresh bouquet of flowers. You get the freshness, you get the cleanness, and it's just stunning. So Chanel Gardenia to me is a very safe option if you wanted to get a Chanel Exclusives. This is definitely the one that I would go for. So yeah, they are my women's choices. So let's move on to the men. The first safe option is Mont Blanc Individuel. I love this fragrance. I adore it. It's a cheapie, but it is absolutely fantastic. It lasts a long time. It smells very, very sexy. The only thing is that I would say it's quite a powdery scent. Like there is quite like a sharp powderiness to it, so you definitely have to be into your more powdery fragrances to like this one. But overall, I would say Mont Blanc Individuel is a pretty safe blind buy in my personal opinion. It's sweet, like I said, a little bit powdery, fresh. It's got a bit of like a Le Mail type of vibe to it from Jean Paul Gaultier. It reminds me quite a bit of Le Mail. I'm not really sure why, but there's like a freshness, a sweetness. It's kind of sharp. There's definitely a similarity there, at least in my opinion. Definitely get on this one, and it is a cheap, affordable fragrance, which I do really appreciate about the scent. And it lasts a long time. Like, what more could you ask for? So, okay. So the next one that I have is from Yves Saint Laurent, and this is L'Homme. I feel like this is probably the safest fragrance that you could ever get for somebody or yourself blindly. This just smells like literally the most likable fragrance ever. I don't know anybody that dislikes this fragrance. I don't know, guys, comment down below if you dislike it. I don't know anyone that likes this fragrance. I feel like this is a fantastic first fragrance for somebody. I think it's a fantastic signature scent. I think it just overall smells like the perfect fragrance. It has ginger, it's kind of spicy, it's fresh. To me, it just smells like the perfect boyfriend, and yeah, I love this fragrance, and I really do think if you're a girl watching right now, this is a perfect fragrance for your boyfriend or a gift to somebody. It's just a fantastic fragrance that, yeah, I love it a lot. L'Homme from Yves Saint Laurent, definitely a safe blind buy in my personal opinion. Okay. The next one is pretty predictable. This is Dolce & Gabbana The One. Yes, I had to include this because to me, I know this fragrance is like really overly popular now and like a lot of people wear it, but to me it's one of the safest fragrances that you could blind buy because it smells fantastic. It's a sweet, ambery, tobacco, a little bit fresh, very masculine, very sexy kind of scent. It's a very date night sort of fragrance. Not a fragrance that's going to blow you out of the water or anything like that, but it smells fantastic. I can't even tell you guys how many guys I've complimented when they're wearing Dolce & Gabbana The One. Definitely a safe blind buy in my personal opinion. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys have this in your collection, so that should be a bit of a sign. The next fragrance is from Giorgio Armani, and this is Acqua di Gio Profumo. Now, don't go for the original Acqua di Gio. Do not go for that fragrance. It is too popular. It's been around too long, and to me, the DNA is like, it's just boring now, but I do really like the Acqua di Gio Profumo, and I think that this is a fantastic fragrance for every single guy. This will smell good on everyone. I guarantee this will smell good on everyone, and to me it's a very safe option if you wanted to blind buy for somebody that you know, or you want to blind buy for yourself. Very fresh, very strong. Let me just say that you have to be into strong fragrances to like this one. It has incense, patchouli, aquatic notes. It's very fresh, citrusy, intense, and I really love this one a lot. I think it is a really great fragrance for every single guy out there. If you want a fresh, long-lasting, intense fragrance, this one is perfect. So Acqua di Gio Profumo from Giorgio Armani. Final fragrance that I have here is actually a niche fragrance from Parfum de Marly. Now, you guys know, obviously, if you watch my channel, that I love the house of Parfum de Marly, and usually I wouldn't really recommend you to buy a niche fragrance blindly, but I have to say, Percival, this is Percival right here, and Percival to me is probably the safest fragrance from Parfum de Marly. This fragrance to me, I just cannot see anyone, boy or girl, not liking this fragrance. Maybe it's not going to be your favorite fragrance ever or your best fragrance in your niche collection, like maybe not, but to me this fragrance is so pleasing, so likable, definitely a compliment getter. It's fresh, a little bit citrusy, a little bit woody, a little bit aromatic. It is just, yeah, it's just perfect. I cannot say enough good things about it. My sister loves this fragrance a lot. This is like your safest option if you wanted to blind buy Parfum de Marly. I know a lot of you guys have got Leighton, but I would say easily the safest blind buy would be Percival for sure. So Percival from Parfum de Marly, I feel like nobody could dislike this fragrance. Like, I don't see anybody smelling it and being like, this smells bad. I just don't see that happening. So Percival from Parfum de Marly, definitely the safest blind buy I think in this list. I think it smells fantastic, really sexy, really fresh. It's not a fragrance that's gonna blow your mind, like blow you out of the water and you haven't ever smelled it before, but out of these sort of fragrances that are fresh, citrusy, woody, masculine, this is like the best one. So Percival from Parfum de Marly, 100% recommend it, especially for a blind buy if you wanted to blind buy one from that house. Alright guys, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said earlier, blind buying is kind of a controversial topic, and I'm not really sure why, because you can do whatever you want with your money. Don't let somebody like stir you away from blind buying, or vice versa. Don't let somebody kind of talk you into blind buying a fragrance. Just do what you want. You've earned your own money and you've put the hard work in, so don't let anybody tell you what to do. I'm sure you guys don't, but just saying, like, I really hate that people have like such a strong opinion on it. Just leave people alone, let them do what they want to do with their money. I personally am a bit of a fan of blind buying. Like, I definitely do a little bit of blind buying myself, and usually it's pretty successful. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.